that same story won't be told in their league season because they got relegated after a playoff round against Halifax Queens of Tema. So, Fit Ladies, they've really endured, some challenging times, but then also there's been some good times for them to smile about. And one of their saviors as well happens to be their goalkeeper, Annabelle Bansa, who is also here with me in the studios. Welcome, Mr. Fenny.
Thank you very much.
How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Annabelle, how are you? I'm good. Annabelle, everyone is saying you don't look like the goalkeeper we see who flies and, just saves the ball and all that. It's quite shocking, isn't it? Let me welcome you once again. But Coach,
thank you.
Tell me, how has the season been? I'm sure if I ask you to write a storybook, there'll be a part where you cry small, then there'll be a part where you start, smiling.
Yes. Well, the seasons took off in a struggling start for Faith Ladies, and we struggled throughout the season. I must say, we were not struggling tactically after the initial 2-3 matches, but we got a bit stabilized because at the end of the last season, about 80 to 85% of the players left. So quickly we have to come around the country to bring on board some players to fill up. So it's like rebuilding.
Yeah.
It went well. By then I was engaged with the women's under 20, so I was in Colombia. So my assistants were doing the pre-season and all that. But rebuilding a team is not easy. But gradually the team started taking shape. I quite remember tactically our game against Jonina in the first round.
Okay.
It was obvious now they are starting to understand the tactical aspect of the whole thing. But unfortunately, there were other things. As far as results and performances are concerned, there are factors that affect results and performances. Yeah. So when there was a little bit misunderstanding among the management members, some withdrawing from their post, and then I quite remember that I told the rest of the management that what is going on will surely affect the playing body. And unfortunately, that was what happened. But looking back at the whole thing, I realized that the odds were against Faith Ladies, honestly, because we lost some matches that are unexplainable.
And what will you allude to? What do you think cost you those games? Like
I said, there are factors that affect performance. I'm somebody who don't believe in having luck, 100% luck. No, there are at times something happens, but unfortunately, you could see. I want to remember some of the words of the late Coach Adi.
Yeah.
I started my coaching. I think coaching experiences from when he was our head coach at the under 17, 1995. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
It was there that I started picking some coaching expertise, some coaching understanding of coaching from him. I started studying from afar, so I always will mention his name. He said that even if a team is not doing well, but they are well organized, sometimes luck follows the team.
Oh, okay.
And obviously, that was what I realized, that we were not having luck, honestly. Because, like I was saying, some matches, we considered about 10 own goals.
10 own goals?
Yes.
In a season?
In a season. Unforced errors. Yeah.
But where do you think all that pressure was coming from? As, an experienced coach as yourself, you might, yes, alluded to some missing luck, element of luck. But aside that, do you think tactically there were times that, you just didn't get it right? Or even psychologically, the girls would not respond?
Yes, you see, when I talk about such situations, I mean, from the tactical aspect, like I was saying, the team got into shape after the match against Jonina, when we went there and played. But initially we were struggling because we were not having a very good holding midfielder. and then we were struggling with the left back. So we have to, almost every match, you have to change some of the players. We have to change the positions of the players until we were able to stabilize the whole thing. But I also made a mistake as a coach, as a tactical person, because when I came back from Colombia, I looked at the team, and my able assistants, they told me that they worked on doing the high pressing.
Okay.
But analyzing the situation, we play a high pressing game, and then our goalkeeper will have a lot of balls going on her.
Even with the high pressing?
Yes. So I said, no, you cannot play a high pressing game and you are not scoring more than one goal, and then your goalkeeper will be the best goalkeeper at the end of the day. So I decided to change. But at the initial stage, it didn't went well. Not because tactically it was a mistake, but the players, you know, we are doing a rebuilding. I remember my first coaching with the team. I didn't train with them throughout the week. It was Coach Reggie. They were going to play against Azakes. I went and met them in Takrade, and then I do the pre-technical on a board. I showed them where they will stand, how to play. And that day, even though we lost, Azakes were
they really felt your presence.
Yes. I remember at the end of the match, some of the senior players they came and they were greeting in that we really gave them a hell of a time. So I was having that notion in mind. But this time around, when I did that to the players we had, what I told, especially the defenders, what I told them not to do, they went and did the opposite. So that gave opportunity for others to come here and advise that no, this has been what they've been doing. They are playing high press. I said, but analytically, no, something is not wrong.
Okay.
But I tend to listen to what they were saying, and that got me off guard. And
Interesting. It's been a long season, I think, for you, but then also for Annabelle as well. Annabelle, I was at the stadium, Carindov, when you played against Police. Is it Police or Army? And you played. It was a 1-0 draw. But that was the day I realized, yeah, there can be goalkeepers, female goalkeepers with quality reflexes. Annabelle, but talk to me about your season. You were part of the team that won the FA Cup. You got injured. You came back. How was the season for you?
Starting the season wasn't tough for me because I know what
you have to. I know. You're happy. You're happy. So just match it for me.
First of all, I will say glory be to God because it's not all of us that started the season well and ended the same thing, because it has not been easy for me since 2022-2023 Women's League. I got injured and I was in the house for almost 3 years.
3 years?
Yes.
So, Katri, what's your prayer for how long?
Me pray for 3 years.
3 years now with you. Now Bobo. Ne prabbing.
Me kotoje.
Ukotoje. And then incident be a see during football and match be an answer. Who of you now patrie?
Na your match. I think your bar premier for front. Your starting say your ball leg into your last 2 matches. Me ball first half, second half. Na kakama second half ni kakaka me yewi. Ana ye police. Ana player ni nya 1-on-1. Inti ball ni kosoro. Inti me imagine say me yi ball no. Me yi ball na me make step nana. Me tisa say electric shock a family. No. Me say me nine. Na me dream say be a injury.
Obi de no count. Obi anfa ne ho anka.
Obi anka me. No nti me coach na ya me ofia na wa frame me no bisa me say me nine need to say na echo na o chere me some exercise bi aya me nye ti me give you up class say me treat me nine for 3 years na say into me kwa any born in a was
but treatment ben sana or call hospital and also you know herbal.
Yes, started the kind they make call hospital. You didn't make call hospital now. Omo warm me panier. Na me nim panier kwa. Omo de warm inti no. Adichi no me call off. Inti na me sign through say me sign call hospital bi inti me call fie na me manager di nkomo na say oh wo de me call fie bibia ni a me sign aba back na me call fie inti me wo no aya na ye me asemiti camp na say me nye training na ye bo match a na ye me ya na me sign bi say me say me nim say metumi aye ba me call park so a na adi na si at the moment I make coffee no na me okay hey nti na biza me say adema ye obi bibi nti a we nyina to me na because me nti ase nti me oha na me manager for me say me mbra me manager so ye pastor
okay
nti me mbra na ye nkwa sorry na me say papa me dem akwa sorry sa me kwa sorry ni ye bompa na me fasting me hu hwe nti me mba na o say se me ginyamedi na am see no se me mba nti me ba na ye kwa asori na esi yan ni Ghana fu yesi obi na aye misa nti no
then ugidi
do man sheda nje ndidi ba on say ye ka say duro bom nti e dan ya wona ebia woni bibia bi obi nti e wo say wo bobo na wo bompa ye so kan
okay
nti me man fa me wan to so say obi na aye me bibi me fa ni say pra na me pra na me ye den me ko nti kakra na me hu say me nani ye kakra no na me start say me ye gym work kakra sa na ye the start season.
Wow we're a miracle pal we're a miracle but why would you say no oh you're one of the best goalkeepers on the local scene in Marborn. Do you believe sir you have so much quality now?
Yes.
Ujidu deeper.
Me Jimmy Hudi ankasa ana ebi musu Jimmy di. Enkofu bebre na Jimmy di.
Make me Judy. But I'll come back to your coach. Say what are you aiming at after a season Moje FA Cup? You're relegating more. What's next for you, Annabelle Banter?
Ya say team no me ana me di team ne ba premier.
Okay.
Na me amasan di team no. Akọ relegation ya bebre ba for sisia for now ni dey me take decision here.
Okay.
Say bia me kwa na say me stay eno ye me manager na betumi a kire sisia.
But you eyeing Black Queens one day? Black Queens on more camp. They are trading. Are you? And I know sometimes you watch them. Ayana, say one day you want to.
Oh, me wish she says sisia kra me ohwa anka me pe because obi a dream ni say obebobo obekọ nanim enye obi a na pese obebobo wo Ghana he ya me dream na so pa Ghana ha de me mpe kura mpese me bobo komeni me pese me bobo atina Ghana because Ghana yesika no emu sheda
you do basket mode we dey do Kuwait. Okay, now say the Ghana Football Awards. Now the nominees be by for best home-based female player and the one home-based female football of the year.
Yeah.
Messi Berko police ladies ubenim na pa muni omo abo a couple of times. Stella Nyameche also bo gym ladies unim na pa Mary Ponsa o ampem da kwa and then Annabelle Banter of Faith Ladies. But unfortunately, award we come Messi Berko. I know say you catch us you nominate you.
Me koi.
Oh, no award or no? So were you hoping to win it? Were you as at that time?
No, me na me sheda hope say me win there because Mary Berko na me nim say obenya. Ana on say waje league.
Ana me so
ma GFA Cup ba ma relegation. Nti eno ni ade a na me compare kakra do na me nim say Mary Berko anya me ana menya because sana na maye maju me ko nyina maju anu no nti menya no na enhyeda nye me ya bebre because meaning say ebia se ne na menya da foforo no.
So I'm taking a lot of inspiration. But coach, what do you make of Annabelle? Her season, her injuries, predicaments. You have been with her all this while. I believe you've been a source of inspiration for her. But what do you make of this wonderful player here?
I met Annabelle when she was about 14 years.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
But then I was assisting Azagas ladies when Coach Basigewi they came and played at Esipon. Very smallish.
Smallish, eh? She can jump.
I don't want to go into detail. From there, I saw and I said that no, this is a very good goalkeeper.
Wow.
So when I left Azakes, then I got to know that they have gone for her, and I said no, she's naturally talented. She's a very good goalkeeper. So she was having a little bit challenge at Azakes, and then she went and sat home for I think 2-3 years.
Hey.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, 2-3 years in the only year.
Then I have to find her wherever she was.
Oh, so you had to trace her back to her house.
So I brought that was how I brought her to Faith Ladies.
Wow.
So I've been with Annabelle. I know her. Through the injuries, it was disheartening. We have fought, we have quarreled, but
the love is still there.
So with Annabelle, even there was a colleague of mine who came and watched the match against Army Ladies. I said, no, Akwa there, or you're natural, goalkeeping there.
Yeah.
So, and then I met her at the under 20 also, the 2018 edition. She came to camp. So, I would say that she's one of the best goalkeepers around. And she's when she's in the post, you have the confidence that you have a strong backing. So like every coach knows good players. I was hoping that she'll be part of.
Exactly.
Yes.
You think she should have won this award?
Yes, I think she should have won this because she's the only goalkeeper among the nominees. And being the only goalkeeper, for a goalkeeper to be nominated for an award such as this, because it is difficult for a goalkeeper to be nominated. Goalkeepers have their category.
Exactly.
But if you
overall footballer,
yes. So it should have been an honor for her, and also it will send a signal to the rest of the goalkeepers coming. So it is rather unfortunate that the best player also won. Mary, she's a good player. So it's football, like she said. She's still hoping that one day because when you look at even West awards of world best players and all that, no nominees highly to have a goalkeeper nominated for
an award like this.
Yes.
Exactly, coach.
Yes.
Coach, let's talk a bit about your triumph in the FA Cup. The season, yes, it was an atrocious one. We all understand, awful by your standards. But in this game, you worked magic from the touchline.
Sometimes, like I said, it was a rebuilding process that we went through. I think it all culminated in the final game because during the rebuilding process, whilst we were playing the league, they easily lose focus.
Okay.
I quite remember against Epiphany
Warriors.
To the 90th minute, they considered a controversial goal, but a goal that should not be considered. Then they lost focus. Then we went down.
Lost the game.
Then over here, we considered. And I realized that all the while, what we have been teaching them, that if the match had not ended, you shouldn't lose focus. Then at the final, they implemented what we have been teaching them all along. But whilst we were playing the league, we were playing the FA Cup alongside. And there was this thought that, why is it that they are playing well? Not well. It is the same tactical, but it's like there was a little urgency in the FA Cup than in the league. So somebody was saying, maybe because there was a financial motivation at the end.
The locker room bonus.
Yes.
Okay.
So the person was a technical person. It was advocating and telling already the management got splitted. So it was then why don't we motivate them with some bonuses? But It fell on deaf ears. So I'm tempting to believe that it was because of the locker room bonuses. That is why the FA Cup. But if I think that way too, then I should have think that then the players were sabotaging me.
To some extent.
Yes. But I know the way I relate with these guys. And I know their hearts.
Exactly.
Yes, they can explain things to me. But that is why sitting back, it is becoming a very difficult thing for me to find what went wrong during the league and the FA Cup, going all the way even to Tamale to go and beat Northern Ladies
before returning to Accra. Coach, talk to me about this moment. You know, coming, conceding, and then coming back. But then the lady here was so crucial for you, Annabelle. Yeah. Mo consider, did you now him say mo be back before I bring coaching? Mo consider, no. Did you know say you guys would come back?
Because on say almost share no na tempo ni o high say you bet to me you bet to me aba be equalize because say na game no ye ni abrese ya fa say ya relegation na ye be hwa ma FA Cup so boy and there. Oh, and there, in case you was here, Faith Ladies, because Faith Ladies, your bars, Premier League in him, you encode fourth and put that, second, third, second, sa na your bar, na say your relegation.
Interesting, Coach. Your thoughts. You were proud.
Oh yes. I was very proud after the game. That all that we've been working for, although it didn't go well during the league, it has ended in a very unique way, and it's unfortunate that we have to go on relegation with this. That made me sad, and even before the final match, gathering my thoughts, I had already decided that if it will continue going the way things are going, there's no way for me to continue with the club. So I think I have to leave something. So whilst we were playing, we were making some tactical mistakes. There was so many tactical errors that were covered. I realized that even though I was correcting, they want also to do more. So the correction becomes minimal, and then I allow them to play. So when I realized that they are now playing what they want to play, and then we won, it was amazing. It was amazing. I was so happy.
Interesting.
That at least because when the league started and things started going the way, for my reputation, I should have stepped
away.
back.
Yeah.
But you know,
for the love of the
club, coincidentally, where Faith Ladies trained, that was where I started my football career.
That's
the courts that I played. So I just loved that place. And I gave everything. I gave money, I gave time, my expertise, and all that. That is why the pressure coming is too much.
Interesting.
So
Interesting.
Wow.
What's next for you, Coach? Are you staying? Are you going? What's next for Raymond Fenny?
Well, like I said, the environment at the moment is not conducive for me to stay, although it is very painful. I feel.
Are you confirming your exit?
Yes.
On this platform?
Yes.
That from next season you wouldn't be head coach?
Yes.
Of Faith Ladies?
Yes. And then I'm also unofficially part of the management. So even though I will not be the head coach, I'm still part of the management as well. So wherever I'll be, maybe I'll be closer, maybe I'll focus on the national team, whatever I can do to support. Because it is official, and I shouldn't come and sit here talking about Faith Ladies, but the community, I want something. You know, liberty is.
Have you seen Annabelle breaking down, and it's really heartbreaking. Myself, if you don't think I'm, but did you consider the feelings of these girls, especially for Annabelle, whom you've built a strong connection with, father, daughter? Have you considered all that before finalizing this decision?
Yes, we are all being a bit emotional, but if I happens to be the owner of the team, it would have been a different thing altogether. I'm not the owner, I'm supporting, and I have invested so much into this team, coaching wise, financially. I always transport myself from the residence to the training and back. Some medical bills I pay
from your own coffers.
From your coffers, from my own coffers. Christmas festivities I have to organize for my own coffers. And sitting back, I don't see any income coming into the team to run the club again, and I don't have
what it takes
money. Yes, so it's better I stepped out, but still part of the team. So wherever I go, Faith Ladies is honestly, the girls know. Even some have been calling me, giving
You've
messages.
told them. Have you told them?
No.
So you see Annabelle's reaction here. Would you be bold enough to stand in front of these girls and tell them that you are leaving, or you do it on phone?
No. Yes, I'll be calling some of them, but officially when they gather, we have to play the champion of champions.
Exactly, yeah. Against police.
I may not be part, but there was a female coach that my intention was to project, and I think she can take up the mantle. I will be supporting her from the back. But yes, it is sad. It is very, very sad to leave these girls. There are so many. There are so many.
But you put me in the situation I don't even want. I don't want to talk to Annabelle again, and I wouldn't want to.
My heart also goes to the community.
That's so, man.
Liberty Professional is no more there. There's no strong football team. The only team that we can project is Faith Ladies. That is why I wish residents
come together.
Yes, and then the corporate bodies in and around Dansoma. Not to say I'm coming to sponsor with huge sums of money, but give something small. Maybe some can take their feeding. Some can take transportation, just for the sake of the community. Honestly, that is.
Coach Raymond, it's been a great pleasure, having you on the show. Annabelle, you want to say something? Annabelle doesn't want to say anything, and myself, I don't know. But thank you so much, Coach Raymond Fenny, head coach of Faith Ladies, and then also Annabelle Bansa, who is the goalkeeper for Faith Ladies. They won the Women's FA Cup, but unfortunately in the league, they got booted out, and they'll be playing in the GAFA Division 1 Women's League. You're still watching Sports Daily. We'll go for a commercial break. When we are back, there's more to talk about.